once again. Good morning once again, dear participants. Welcome to our today's informational session dedicated to develoPPP program of the Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development. My name is Natalia Grishenko. I'm a Deputy Managing Director of AHK Ukraine. And this session is organized by AHK Ukraine, GIZ, and German Agency of Business and Economic Development. Let me briefly walk you through today's agenda. Today we will speak about the program develoPPP, and I'd like to introduce to you our speaker, Ms. Ilona Knishik, and she will briefly describe the program and the requirements and all the possible questions of you. And we also have a practical case from the business. We will take a look on the implementation of this project from the private sector, from the company Nova Poshta. That is why it would be like the second part of our meeting. Then we will have a Q&A session where you will be able to put the questions to the speakers by raising a hand and voice them by yourself. Or you can also type them into the chat. So yeah, I won't take much of your time. And now I would like to hand over the floor to our speaker, Ms. Ilona Knishuk, advisor to the public sector engagement of the Step into EU program of GIZ Ukraine. Ilona, the floor is yours. Please.
Thank you so much. Hello, dear colleagues. I'm happy to see you on this event, offline and online. Thank you so much for joining, for your time. And today I would like to share the information about a great funding instrument, develoPPP program, yes, from the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, shortly BMZ. This like the funding program for the impactful project. This program was established. We can share presentation, I think. This program was established more than 26 years ago in 1999. So the portfolio of projects is really significant. Yes, and I would say that we face now with the many challenges, different social, economical, environmental, war. Yes, and we should build a strong public-private partnership in order to overcome these challenges. So the like clear definition of the develoPPP program, this is like develop public and private partnership. Yes, and this is a program for companies which would like to invest sustainably in countries where they have the interesting and expand their local operations. So under this program, you can take a support up to 2 million euros with the obligatory own contribution of a minimum of 50% of the overall costs. Yes, and there could be several types of agreement, which I will share later. So the main prerequisites for support under develop program, this is a long-term interest in the country, yes, and the sustainable development benefit for the local people. So it should be clearly seen in your project idea that the project aim to bring some public benefit and impact on local community. Yes, so before to apply, you should evaluate your company with on the minimum requirements to be met. Yes, so these requirements are that the company should be registered in the European Union or a list of developing countries which are available to apply. Ukraine is also in this list, so now we have open competition. The main applicant should be a private company, so you can have different partners like a business association or NGOs, yes, or other partners, but the main applicant should be a private company. You should have a minimum staff of employees 8 persons with annual.
So I still see the cover, so like.
Oh, can you check?
But we are see slides switching. I don't know.
Let us check 1 second, please.
Yeah, we will relaunch it. Все зробили. Can you see the slides?
Yes.
Great. Yeah. So as we on the first slide again, I will say that GIZ is the implementing partner of the develop program. Yes, and GIZ is cooperating with companies which are often leaders, sector leaders in different countries in order to implement impactful projects in different areas, such as providing piloting projects in innovation, technologies, environment, etc. So here we already had. So, and I stopped with the minimum requirements to be met by your company before applying. Yes, you should evaluate your company, that a company has minimum of 8 employees. Yes, officially employed, annual turnover at least 800,000 euro annually. So, and you should also consider that you should be able to ensure your own contribution, and there should be balance between your turnover and the general amount which you would like to get as a co-financing. So minimum of 2 audited annual financial statements, private net income, positive net income, which could ensure your company's contribution. That was the minimum requirements for the company. Yes, and also before applying, you should meet some minimum requirements within your project. Yes, so this is business interest in the country you would like to invest, and the very, very important point, this project is not directly relevant to company earnings, so no support for core business. And this is one of the main mistakes of the applicants, and the main barrier where a project cannot be supported, that is directly relevant to the company earnings. So, for example, if you would like expand your production line or just purchase some equipment to have a new type of product, this is great, understandable, but unfortunately it could not be supported under the develoPPP. So the project should have clearly public benefit at first. Contribution to United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, one or not one, it could be several, all that's also okay. Competition neutrality, product neutrality, it means, for example, if you would like to make trainings for some qualified staff or students, yes, in order to expand some profession, you can't do it on the equipment which has clear branding and on those equipment which you, for example, would like to sell. Subsidiarity, complementarity, subsidiarity principle, this means, so you should involve the lowest authority as you can. For example, if it comes to waste management, you should not approach the Ministry of Environment, but you should first approach the city council or the local authority in order to solve this problem and involve the partner. Complementarity, yes, that's also principle, means that all the actors involved in the project should not overlap each other and should fill gaps of each other. Realistic objectives, yes, clear project design, and creation long-term structures. This means that you should ensure the sustainability of your project and how the project will live after the implementation period will end, or how clear sustainable impact it has. So also very important to ensure that you have some contribution to these topics. Yes, the sustainable supply chains. Sustainable supply chains means that you not only create qualitative services or products for customers, but with a minimum negative impact on environment and society, and even with positive impact on environment and society. Diversity and gender, involving different vulnerable groups, yes, in your project. nutrition and agriculture. Yes, it could be also like UN sustainable goal connected to food safety, etc. Digitalization, innovation, environment and climate, and additional current some country priorities, like in Ukraine, it's like a lack of skilled labor. So we here moving to GIZ as implementing partner for develop. Yes, as I already said, the GIZ is the German federal company which are implementing partner of the BMZ Develop program. Yes, GIZ, as you probably already acquainted, but I will say a couple of words that GIZ has more than 50 years of experience in the international cooperation. Yes, active around all over the world with more than 100 countries. Yes, and has more than 25 employees around worldwide, great project portfolio, and we can speak a lot about GIZ, but we should move on. Okay, but alongside with GIZ, the develop program has one more partner. This is DIG Impulse by KfW. Yes, DIG Impulse, also non-profit German organization, which are implementing partner, but there is two main differences, I would say. First of all, that under the DIG, you can choose only one type of agreement, and for GIZ, you can choose two type for agreements. I will say later. And as far as I know, GIZ has office in Ukraine, and I know because I work for, but DIG Impul doesn't have offline office in Ukraine, as far as I know. Okay, here we're moving to two types of collaboration under developed classic projects. So now we have open competition, which will be until the end of September. And first of all, this is implementation agreement. Yes, implementation agreement, that means that you have your idea already created, you have a team, you have all the resources, you just need additional finances. So, and you will implement the project totally on your own, just to get with financial support from the GIZ. You also have assured a minimum of 50% of total costs. And in such case, you can get up to 200,000 euros of co-financing. And the cooperation agreement means that you need not only financial support, but also expertise, additional resources, team, some maybe international network support, etc. And in such case, you can get up to 2 million euros co-financing. You also should have your own contribution of this minimum 50%. And this is important to say that your like own contribution could not be as just direct finances. Here it could be some in-kind contribution. For example, yes, your team, your facility, your equipment, etc. And also it's important to say that in case of implementation agreement, you have like one budget, and you implement project on your own. So the GIZ will give its part, its financial part on your account, and you manage all the budget. In case of cooperation agreement, you have two separate budgets. So you're implementing your own part, yes, and GIZ implementing its own part. Of course, all the activities agreed previously, but you're implementing your part each other. So with this type of contract, no money flows between the project partners. Your budget and the partner's budget separately. What kind of costs are eligible for reimbursement? Yes, of course, this is those costs which are directly related to the project. Yes, and it should be clearly defined in project concept and in the budget. So eligible costs could be costs for the team, for the experts, for the personnel, for the traveling expenses, material goods, training and education for the target groups, yes, administrative costs, some part for equipment, but not significant. And Not eligible costs, this is costs which are directed to your core business. Yes, so you may, for your remaining earnings, yes, advertising costs, costs for R&D, research and development, and some specific risks also could not be covered within the GIZ part. You have here several options of constellations. Yes, it could be multiple partner companies. For example, you have one partner or two partners, also two private companies, which also met the minimum requirements, and you are uniting, and every company met the requirements. You could apply as a consortium. Yes, you have a partner, but only one have met the minimum requirements, so it could be main applicant, but within the consortium. And third-party partners, yes, co-financers or implementation partners can participate as third-party partners. Project examples, I think it's important to mention that up to now we have 15 projects under implementation in Ukraine. Yes, with I think the medium period of implementation for up to years. It could be a little bit less, yes, but like medium period is 2 years from very different economic sectors, like for example, renewable energy, energy infrastructure construction, circular economy, technology and innovation, logistics, healthcare, etc. And 5 projects now under the negotiations and also going to be implemented in the nearest time. As for implementation agreement, my colleague Serhiy Ponomaryov will share his experience. I will say a couple of words about a concrete example of cooperation agreement, which now under implementation in partnership with GIZ Ukraine. So this is capacity building for radiographers in Ukraine. This project implementing with the German company Siemens, which are famous producer of health equipment, and project objectives to increase the learning skills, yes, and capacity and clinical competency of 120 radiographers in Ukraine, yeah, improve the quality of medical imaging services. So to make diagnostics in more qualitative way. Yes, within this project are planned very extensive needs assessment, yes, and gaps in the knowledges of the radiographers, and then will be created extensive learning program in order to increase their capacity. It will be in partnership with the university, with the Society of Radiologic Technologies, and with the hospitals. So this is like a clear example of cooperation agreement which are now under implementation. And finally, we will talk about how to apply for funding. It's not very difficult, but still you should invest the time to fill the application. So first of all, you should register on the website for application. I will share after my presentation. Yes, after you registered, you should choose the partner. So this will be GIZ or DIG. And after that, you will see the application form. I will share the screen, how it looks like. After you submit it and after the selection by the committee ended, if your application was supported, the GIZ team will contact you and will elaborate the project documents together with you. So we'll make some adjustments, some additional information, etc. After that, the contract will be ready. Both sides are agreed and signed. You will get your financial advance payment, financial part, and the project implementation will start. So as I said already, we have 2 regular rounds of competition, which are open now until 30th of September, and the next one will start from next year, 15th of February. So you still have time to think about projects you would like to implement. And here is the screenshot from the application website. So it's not so difficult, I would say, but still should need time and resource investment. Main chapters like the general overview, information about the company, project concept, some main general figures and main spendings, some indicators, partners, and additional specific description of your project and your idea, so nothing special. But before submission, you have also option to approach us and get some advice, maybe, and ask some questions regarding the eligibility of your project. In order to do this, you can send us here, you can see my email, send us 1 2-page document in English with the description of your company and your project concept, yes, and have our feedback regards the eligibility and the project idea. I think that's all. Here with us also my colleague Hanna Chen. Yes, Hanna is a project manager of develop team from the German office. Yes, Hanna also here. Maybe some questions you have to Hanna also can answer. And I think that's all. And also, I believe that this is a really great instrument for in the context of rebuilding of Ukraine, because it's like we have a huge needs to rebuild, like in education and healthcare. So this is really great because it gives a funding instrument to try to pilot some technologies, yes, some innovations, and have impactful partnership. So I think we will pass the floor to my colleague Sergey Ponomarev, and then we'll have a Q&A session. So Sergey Ponomarev, I will pass the floor to you in order to share the real implementation agreement with the Nova Post.
Thank you so much, Ilona. Yes, I will pass the word to Mr. Sergey Ponomarev. Mr. Sergey is a donor relations manager at Nova Poshta. Probably you all know that Nova Poshta is a leading private postal and delivery company, actively expanding also in Europe and Ukraine. And it would be great to hear your practical experience of the cooperation with the program. Please, Mr. Sergey, the floor is yours.
Hello. Do you hear me well?
Yes.
Yes. I ask to share my short presentation.
Sure.
Brief presentation. Yeah. First of all, I'm very delighted to be here to having me on such event, because I know very much that such projects, such programs are very helpful for Ukrainian businesses. Definitely speaking, such program is I suppose it should be have to huge demand and a huge impact, because you know that now we have a lot of supporting programs, but mostly of them they are related with loans, like direct loans to companies, and yes, there are some difficulties in such direction. You know, Nova Post is a leading postal company in Ukraine, but we have a lot of damages, a lot of destroyments in our facilities, because we are like critical infrastructure part of Ukraine economy, and in this case our facilities are is a target of Russian missile attacks. So our project named Mobile Postal Branches in Ukraine and safety capsules in conflict-affected communities. Please, next slide. And you know that the war caused widespread destruction of critical infrastructure. And as I said, Nova Post is a part of critical infrastructure. We have a lot of facilities along Ukraine in different places, in rural areas, and in many towns and villages, stationary post offices were damaged or destroyed. In this case, we have a solution it's a mobile post office. We created each on the base of BDF container, and it's very easy to relocate it to different places if needed. For example, if we have some problems, damage with our stationary post office, we very quickly relocate such mobile post office in such a place, and people will have access to our services in 2 or 3 days. So to ensure a continued access to logistics, finance, and essential services, because we we propose not only postal services, but also financial services. We have terminals, and people can get also cash in our post offices. So we introduce mobile post branches as mobile units, fully equipped to operate as post offices. And these mobile branches offer full postal services, financial operations, as I said, like money transfer, and customer service and digital access. What is very important that they can be installed in just 1 to 2 days, as I said, and once deployed, we provide almost the same range of Nova Post services at any regular branch. And thanks to the flexibility, residents in remote or deoccupied areas can reconnect their families, access humanitarian aid, and restart business activity. We have specific goals during such projects. Now we are implementing this project. We on the maybe in the middle of our implementation. We manufactured 14 mobile branches and also 36 safety capsules. It's like a specific shelter. And due to the ongoing war context, there was a need to procure such mobile branches this year, because the demand of mobile branches is very high. Please, next slide. So we mostly focus on frontline areas, but missile attacks covered not only frontline areas, but all Ukraine, even in western part. So if needed, we put our branches in areas like Mykolaiv Oblast, Zaporizhia Oblast, or Odessa, or Kharkiv Oblast, or some urban zones overloaded with displaced persons. And it helps 10,000 of people send and receive parcels. And first of all, it's support economic resilience of micro and medium businesses. And additionally, we also provide employment opportunities for displaced people and veterans. Regarding shelters, I would like to mention a bit that this is a specific capsules, like you can see on the screen on our photos. They're made of iron and concrete, and they have a specific ventilation system, and during several hours, people can be in a secure place. So in closing, I want to express my high level of gratitude to GIZ and develoPPP program. in supporting such initiative. And we understand that when basic services are lost, even like container, like BDF system, we propose, it can become a symbol of normal life returning. So thank you for your attention, and we look forward for further cooperation and knowledge exchange after the project will be completed. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sergey, for sharing this experience and details of your really impactful projects. It's always really important for us to hear the real examples of the projects implemented now. So thank you once again. And now we will open the floor for the questions. So please, dear audience, I think maybe we can start from the offline audience, whether you have any questions to our speakers.
What about presentation? Can you get the copy of?
Yes, of course, we will send you after the event. Yes, and we encourage you to apply to express your interest.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. We have a number of clients. I'm working for Schneider Group. We are premium members of AHK. You can see near the. Okay, let's talk a little bit more after finishing this event.
My
Because
pleasure.
we already have some number of clients, could be very interesting for them.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, a benefit coming to our office that you would be able to speak to the speaker by yourself. That is why we are now.
Hello, my name is Vitaly. I'm general manager of ITW company, and we produce LED lighting. And I have a question. Could your project support, for example, some specific products for military? For example, if that is not core business for company, because in your current list of spheres of interest are renewable energy, construction, it's healthcare. I understand, pretty understand. But military, sometimes we understand that we in a full scale war, but probably there are some limits. Would it be possible to discuss?
Do you mean the product was double means or just military or direct military?
Direct military, sorry, military, but not lethal. So like lighting could not be lethal equipment. Just
Not weapons.
Okay,
No,
this
not
is
weapon, yeah.
quite specific because I think it's actually only for Ukraine because developers are available for a lot of countries. Maybe my colleague Hanna Chen could answer. Anna, do you hear us?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me?
Did you hear our question, or we should repeat?
I think it would be nice if you could repeat.
Okay.
The question is, among your current list of projects or spheres, usually they are more social or construction, energy, etc. But the question is, could such a program support some specific products for military, dedicated for military, but that is not mortal equipment?
Okay, thank you for repeating the question. So I think that very much depends. Unfortunately, like I cannot give a clear answer, but definitely it's one of the more sensitive topics, I would say. And most likely the answer would be no, but it would very much depend on which kind of products you refer to. So it would probably be best to have like a consultation on that, on what you have in mind, and then get directly in touch with us. But most likely, if it's we have to like check for example, like dual use issues in our projects, and then it depends on how these checks go, let's say. So the short answer is it would be best to have a consultation.
Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Could you send us like a short
Yep, sure.
description?
We'll discuss shortly afterwards. And sorry, I have another question, if it's possible. After the deployment, after a project is accepted, do you have some probably specific once per quarter, once per some period of time, check how this project is evaluating by your applicants or by your like users of donations?
Yes, of course. It also depends on the type of agreement. In case of implementation agreement, you prepare like reporting, yes, interim report, what's been done, and also like give a financial reporting. So it's on the medium of the project, and after the project, you will have all included. Yes, regarding what was spent, what direction.
Okay, and so the last, I believe, the period of project. I mean, for how long do you support or propose
the duration of project?
Duration
Yes.
project, yeah.
So like it could be up to 2 years, can be I think a little bit more, but medium duration is
okay,
like up to
super.
3
Thank you.
years.
Thank you very much.
Also have a couple of questions. My name is Sergey. I represent Alex, which is a software development company. We are active both in the energy field and digitalization of state services and many other areas. So my first question would be, you mentioned this 50% own contribution. So does it necessarily have to come from our own budget, or we may identify, like, for example, another donor or state institution which is willing to foot the bill, like half of the bill and then the other half?
You definitely could involve a third-party partners, which could be co-financer, but it also should be like check what the partner are, like etc. and the general eligibility. But you should and can involve the partners, which could be third-party co-financers.
Okay, thank you. And my second question is, you mentioned that the project should not be directly relevant to the core business. So would I be correct to assume that in the case of the software development company, we could still propose a project for development of software? Because, well, that's our core business, developing software, but it serves some specific purpose, like, for example,
yes,
local community, etc.
It could be, of course, but we also should see like the project concept in order to have the possibility to evaluate. Because, for example, we have, I'm not involved in this project, but we have the project in Zaporizhia. It connected with the specific software development, which helps to disseminate the water resources among the city in a more efficient and qualitative way. So this is like more resources are saved, and it's also implemented via with the support of software development. But it also should be like a particular idea which we can see in paper.
So thank you very much.
Do you have another questions from the audience? Okay, then probably let's go for our online audience. Do we have the questions to our speakers? Please, you're welcome.
I think we have one question in the chat.
Yes.
If there are some examples of small and medium enterprises applying successfully, and we did actually have like not only from Ukraine, but also from Germany, small and medium enterprises that applied and like went, for example, for an implementation agreement, and they were, for example, in the construction business or in renewable energy business. And yeah, maybe if you want or are interested in specific sectors, then you could also get directly in touch. And then I could provide, for example, some communication material on it if we have it. It depends a little bit on which company, but there are definitely some, and we very much encourage also SMEs to apply.
Great, thank you so much. Katerina, do you have other questions in chat?
No, we have no questions in chat.
Okay, do we have other questions from our online audience? Nothing in chat.
Okay, if I may, another question. Should this be a totally new from scratch project, or we can also talk about, upgrades to existing projects?
I believe it could be.
Well,
Yes.
but again, it depends.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it could be because yeah, maybe you have some ground
Yeah.
already, some activities already done, but want to expand and really with a public benefit and all the requirements are met. Why not?
Okay, thank you.
Do you have more questions? I don't see the questions. So yes, dear participants, in case you will have any questions afterwards, you can also send them to us and we will contact to our speakers. You will also get the recording and the presentations of today's events. And thank you very much for joining us today. I will now close the online session. We will follow a short networking with our offline audience. And please, if it's convenient for you, take a short online survey of this event. It won't take more than a minute of your time, so we would appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you once again to our dear speakers, and see you. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.